Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
How are you guys doing?
good. Yeah.
All right. Now, let me begin by taking you guys to, oh, excuse me, sorry, to the what we have today, and from there to the classroom. I'm missing some people here. Okay, fine, click. All right. I I think I thought I opened the class. Okay, good. Got it. Got it. Got it. So I want to show you the what we have for the week. Now, for this week, I'm sure you must have read the announcement. For this is week 7, and I'm giving you the your first test. It's an open book test. You do it at home and upload. So your test 1 is due this week on Sunday. We are still on that chapter, which is forecasting, chapter 4. We will continue with forecasting next week, since we missed last week. Remember, we are not here last week, so um, next is that is assignment. I want you to focus on this test. This is an individual test, not a group test. Not a group assignment. So you do it individually at your home by the deadline and submit, upload it. And of course, you can access it from here. You go to the modules and scroll down to we are still in this module. This is the test right here. You click on it, download it here, and then use Excel to do all the work in Excel. Then upload both the question and the Excel. Don't forget to write your name, first name, last name, okay? So, because we are going to do this, you have a test this week. I'm not going to keep you long in the class today, so that you will now focus on the test and won't have any reason not to get it done by the due date. Any question for me before we start?
Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
Good evening, Professor. So the question I want to ask is about the test for the Excel. Is it you go to option and you go to adding?
What
Like,
do you mean?
like we did, like to do it on Excel.
Mm-hmm.
Like for it to come up on Excel, do we go to option, then we say adding,
No,
or we just copy it and paste on Excel?
yeah, well, the data set, you can either type it in Excel, or you can just, if it allows you to copy and paste in Excel, fine. But to be on the safe side, I recommend that you type the data set. I don't want to open it here because it's a test. So, uh,
Correct.
but the data set, you type it in Excel and then follow the direction to,
Okay.
yeah, I have several videos. Um, I think I have some of them. You can watch for each question. You can watch the video I did for that question and follow that direction from there. Okay, that's why it's an open book.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah,
So the video is on Canvas, right?
yeah. Just type my name, type the topic. Let's say that you are looking for productivity calculating
Okay,
product.
I remember that stuff you showed us last time about the
Yeah,
video. Okay.
yeah. Each
Oh,
topic, you just type my name, type the topic. It will bring a
it
video.
will come. Oh, okay. Then
And
we use.
also, you have the PowerPoint presentation. Remember, I prepare my PowerPoint. I don't prepare it like regular PowerPoint where you list it like a grocery list. I make my own to be like a note, like a notebook that you can use study to where you read chapters. So you can also go to the presentation and look at this session where I solved similar question. You can follow it direct there. But video is more explanatory, more because you watch me do it as a matter of fact. And then you follow the direction. Mr. Brian, you have a question for me? Brian? Okay, that's not okay.
All right, so.
All right, let's begin. Today we continue, like I said, we continue with forecasting. Today we'll be focusing on exponential smoothing. The exponential smoothing is very, it's good It helps operation managers, help them to reduce the impact of random fluctuations, and also by reducing the impact of random fluctuation, they can respond swiftly to changes in demand or changes in output or changes in inventory. So simply put, the exponential forecast smoothing is a weighted average forecasting method that is in which the data points are weighted by using an exponential function. So I think, as a matter of fact, it is usually very popular in business, and it's also a very important part of computerized inventory control system. Now, there's actually two formulas. The original one is this here. Ft equals Ft minus 1 plus alpha times At minus 1 times At minus 1 minus Ft minus 1. Look at this, I would call it symbol, not really, well, symbols we use to represent different variables, like for the new forecast, we use Ft for that. For the previous forecast, we use, because it's a previous, so we use Ft minus 1. The alpha here is the weight we are referring to. It's called a smoothing constant. The smoothing constant is generally, it ranges from 0 to 1. Some would make it 0.01 to 0.5 for business applications. We use mainly 0.05 to 0.5. The operation manager can decide, depending on the nature of the data they have. So, which means that the alpha can be changed to give more weight to recent data, or more weight to past data, as the case may be, depending on what the kind of data set they have or what your operation manager is trying to achieve. Then At minus 1 is the previous period actual demand, or previous period sales, or previous period inventory level, So now let's try it for this question. This particular formula, I will show you the next one, the one that is more easy to use. But let's try this one first. It says, in January, a car dealer, hope you can see my screen. Yep, you can see it. So in January, a car dealer predicted February demand for 142 Ford Mustangs. But the actual February demand is 153 autos. It's using exponential smoothing constant. You're using a smoothing constant that the manager chose, which is alpha 0.02. Forecast the demand for March using exponential smoothing methods. So let's do it. I did a sample here so you can see how we can, if you want to use write it manually. But let's put it in Excel, since we are using Excel here. So I have it here for you. So for that question, I think it's right here. So you have January. We don't have January data, since we don't have any data before January. What you have is the actual demand that he says. According to the equation, the actual demand, which is A, T minus 1, is 153. That is for February, and the forecast for February is 142. So we have that the previous forecast for February, that is 142. We have previous forecast here, 142. The actual demand was, according to what we have in that question, it was 153 autos. Okay, 153. So you go and put 153 right here, which is 80 minus 1, 153. So now, we can now look at the forecast error. Let me put that formula here so that we'll be looking at it as we solve this. Okay. Let me see if I can put it on the formula here so you can look at it as we solve this. I'm going to insert it here. So I'm going to insert it here. Okay, let me say equation. I'm going to move it down here so I can type it here. Okay. FT. Let me okay. Is delaying us. Okay, let me see. Let me try it here. Yes, Jupiter, what do you want to know? Jupiter, you raise your hand. What do you want to know? I can't.
Yeah, and don't be offended, sir. Are we recording this class?
It's been recorded, yes.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Thank you.
So FT, okay, T1, FT actually equal. Let me make it bigger because this is not allowed to see it. Equal, okay, it's a small t, not a capital T. FT, okay, equal. We have FT minus 1. Okay. So you have FT minus 1. That is the previous period forecast. Okay. Plus your alpha, which is right here. Then we have AT minus 1, which is the previous period demand or previous period sales. Okay. The alpha will be outside, and I'm going to put the parentheses. Okay. Minus FT minus 1. FT minus 1. Another FT minus 1. T minus 1. So let me make it bigger. I'll make it bold and bigger. Bold and yeah, I'm gonna make it bigger. Much bigger. So you can see it clearly. It's the formula I'm talking about. So we have it right here. Now, so we have the from that question, we have that the previous you see, this is what it says. For this is the last period, previous period forecast, 142. But the actual sales, as demand was 153 autos for this for Ford Mustang. So we put, and the alpha is 0.02. So we just put it right there. Okay. So this part, which is the forecast error, we call it the forecast error. This from the part in the parentheses we call the forecast error will be AT minus 1 minus FT minus 1, which is simply means put the equal sign. This is the AT minus 1 right here, minus FT minus 1, 11. Okay. Now, the forecasting constant, the alpha they gave us was 0.2. So now we can now we will not be able to solve it. Let's solve it now. Okay. We were asked to find the demand for March. Okay. Okay. Yes, to make a new forecast for March. So now, but let us get this one done, and then we can do it for March. We have this part here, this part of the formula, this part is alpha times that. So we have equal alpha times the forecast error that we got, which is right here. So with this, we can now forecast the demand for March. Okay. You can have it here. And you can even see this in the formula here. When you look at the formula that we have on the representation. You can see it right here, match. So now we can just put it right there and then forecast for match. So to forecast demand for match. So that means that okay, demand for match should be equal ft minus 1, which is this one here, and you can see right here, which is 142 plus this part say alpha times at minus 1 minus ft minus 1, which we got here as 2.2. Oh, yeah, 2.2. See, that gives us 144.2. 144.2. Now, the problem is this. This method, this formula is a little bit cumbersome because you cannot, when you have more information given here, you cannot just copy it down and get it to calculate the rest of them for you correctly. That's why, that means you have to, if there's more months and you are required to do more forecasts, you have to keep on doing this individually, and that is cumbersome. That is why I decided to introduce you to more friendly formula, like this one here, that I'm about to show you. More friendly formula, like this one here, which is this one. It says ft plus 1 becomes alpha plus at plus 1 minus alpha times ft, where alpha is the smoothing constant, at is the actual value, and ft is the forecast value. So this one is more user-friendly. Yeah, I mean, you get the same answer if you use either or, but this one is more friendly because if you have many data set and you want to forecast many years or many months, you can just do the first calculation and copy the formula down. It will do the rest for you. So let's see how it works. Now for this one, we have for the same one example that we just did. Look at the one we just did. Okay. So sorry, this is the one we just did. Let me make sure I've seen it. I want to do it again using that formula. This is the one we just did, right? Make sure I've seen it. So I'm gonna do it again using this this is the one we did using this formula. I'm going to do it again using this original formula. Then we try an example where we have many variables. I mean many months, more months. So I'm gonna use this new formula here now. What is it right here? To forecast sales for March. Okay. So you go there and look at this one here. This is where I'm gonna apply it. Okay. So for March, we have all this. This is the old actual demand. This is the previous forecast they had. This is the smoothing constant. Okay. So now we need because this formula requires us to have I thought I have it here. I don't have it here. Let me see. Yeah, I have it here. Okay. Okay. This formula requires us to have make it a little bit smaller. Oops. Okay, it's too big again. It requires us to have this part 1 minus alpha. So I'm just do 1 minus alpha here, which is equals 1 minus alpha. Now alpha is 0.2. Give me this. With this, we can easily forecast the sales for March. Okay. So March, new forecast, you can place it right here, equal. It says ft plus 1 equals alpha times at, where at is the current actual demand or actual inventory, and ft is the forecasted one. So just do alpha times at, which is it's an alpha here. Put it in parentheses to make it more accurate. Alpha times parenthesis, which is alpha times the parenthesis. So times the 80, which is the actual demand, okay, plus 1 minus alpha, we have it as 0.8 times the previous forecast, which is this one here. Now, usually the previous, if you want to forecast for the next month, the previous forecast, I mean the forecast for the previous month becomes the new forecast. Or what
The previous month becomes a new forecast.
Yeah, that is this. I want to after I got this for March. Let me explain. Let me get this March first. After I got this for March, I want to forecast for April. This one will become our FT here. It become the new then the actual demand they'll be given because the company makes sales and the record, when you buy something, they record it on computer. So they have the actual, but the forecast it will now be this one. I will show you with an example with this one here. Mr. Brandon, you have a question? Brian, is it Brian?
Apologies. No, I didn't realize my audio was on. I'm sorry.
All right. Let's look at this one. Let me use, like I said, I'm not going to keep you long since I want you to focus on the test. But let's do an example. Next week we explore more of this when we will be looking at more things such as the calculation of the how to measure the forecast error and the calculation of mean absolute deviation and so on. But let's look at this for example here. It says here, look at this question here. It says a firm uses simple exponential smoothing with an alpha of 0.01 to forecast demand. The forecast for the month of February was 500 units, whereas the actual demand turned out to be 450 units. It says see data in Excel. I have it right here for you. See? 450 units. Make sure this is the one. Yep, that's the one. Okay. So you can see the actual demand. They forecasted that the forecast for the month of February was 500 units, whereas the actual demand turned out to be 450 units. So forecast the demand for March, and assume that the actual demand during the month of March turned out to be 505 units. Forecast the demand for month of April. It said continue forecasting through August, assuming that subsequent demand were actually 516, 488, and so on. So you wanted to basically to forecast from March to August, basically. And you can see them right, and they give it numbers of demand they have for those months. So all the way to August. Okay, I will say forecast based on this, forecast the demand for September. Now, so they're using exponential smoothing model. So let's do it. In this case, he said that they are using an alpha of 0.1. Okay. So I'm going to put 0.1 there. And the February was forecast 500 units. So I'm going to go here and put for February 500 units. And alpha is 0.1. Since we are going to be using 1 minus alpha as well, I'm going to put equal 1 minus that, 1 minus alpha. Now, remember, this is actual demand AT, and this is the forecasted demand FT. So we're going to forecast for the month of March, April, May, June. So the good thing about this formula, if we can get this one done, we can just copy it down. it will give us the rest of it for the rest of the months. So let's do it. Equal. In parentheses, we have alpha times AT. This is alpha times the current demand, uh, 80 actual demand, which is 450, then plus 1 minus alpha, which is this one here, 9 times the forecasted for demand for February, close it. Then press the enter key, it gives you the result, and you can just copy this down. Excuse me. Give me one. And you know why I did this? Because we didn't put all this, because this is the alpha for all these months. So I'm going to just copy them down so that the alphas will be there. See? Alpha, see? It have now corrected it. So I didn't put them all the way down. That's why it gives us 0, 0, 0. And that's it. But with this formula here, this particular one, this original formula, is hard to do that. Most of the time, if you do it that way, get it, it will give you different answers that are not accurate. That means you have to be doing it line by line, month by month. That will take you a longer time. But with this more friendly formula, you give you the answer right away. So now you can see the forecast for this. Now, suppose that you want to check the suppose you want to check the because, like I said, this exponential smoothing help operation managers, to smoothing out random fluctuations or reduce the impact of random fluctuations, and also help them to, because they can reduce the impact of the random fluctuation, they can easily know what the state of the demand will be at a particular month, so that they can swiftly respond to it. Now, or even the inventory too, what the inventory level will be, and they can just smoothen it out. Now, suppose you want to use a graph to compare the actual demand and the forecasted demand for this month. You can make let me create a space here where you can make the demand. I can just let me copy this from here. Okay, so I can take it to where I can draw the graph. So I can add this place will not allow it. Okay, I can add an extra workbook here and paste it here. Oops, I don't have those okay, good. I don't have can you see the screen? You can see the screen,
Yes.
I believe. Yeah, okay. I don't have the alpha, so that's why it's showing me 0 again. Remember, it happened before, so I'm just gonna adjust it. Okay, let me have the alpha now. Alpha, let me see how to do alpha is, okay, alpha and 1 minus alpha. Alpha was, let me bring this up again. Okay, good. Alpha was 0.1. Yeah, so 1 minus alpha is 0.9. That's what you got for that. So I'm just going to copy it down and copy this down. It will fix the problem. Here, have it. That fixed the problem. Now we can so like I said, if you want to compare the actual to what you have with a graph, you can just do you can do insert. Make sure I can see this. Yeah. You can do insert. Choose this here and choose this one. An empty graph paper. Empty graph paper. So what you're gonna do is to double click inside the chart area and choose select data. Okay. Now this dialog box will pop out. Okay. choose add. The first one I want to choose is the actual demand, AT. So I'm going to type it here. Actual demand, which is the AT, A with small t. Then for the data that is there, you can clean this and then click on this, and then for the actual demand, just from here. Okay. Now click OK. So you can see that it has added it here. Okay. Let's see. Give me 1 minute. Let me pull this up. So then have next is the horizontal axis. I'm gonna for that is the month. So I'm gonna put the months. January. Okay. The next thing is the forecasted demand. Sorry that you're not seeing this. Sorry about it. Don't worry. As soon as I put it, I will bring it up so you can see the graph it gave us. Next is to add the forecasted demand. Type in the forecasted demand. Which is FT. Then for the data set that is under the forecasted demand, just clean this up. Then click from here. That's the data set right here. Then click OK. Now I see the years. I put January, so I'm just going to click OK. You can see the graph it gave us. Now, we need to put the legend. Okay. I didn't put the legend. Let me select that again. The legend. We have, okay, we can choose it from here. Click on plus sign. Add the axis title, chart title. Then choose legend. So legend will tell us which line is for actual demand and which line is not for, is for forecasted demand. So for the chart title, you can see the demand. This is for that company. I'm going to move this on the side so I can bring this over to this side. Okay, you can see that the blue color is the actual demand. You can see the forecasted demand that we did, which is using the exponential smooth. You can see how it's smoothed those fluctuations out. This is the month. I can type the month here. Suppose month. And then the demand. Okay. Now remember, this is for this company. It says the firm uses exponential smoothing to forecast demand. The forecast for the month of February. Okay. Demand. I can just put the chart title as demand by demand. Sales demand by month. So that is if you want to examine the difference between the if you want to compare the actual demand and the one that we forecasted, which smoothed out some of the fluctuations. So you can see that the actual demand here is the blue color. It graph both of them in one graph. The forecasted demand that we use that we got using exponential smoothing method, you can see how that's the orange color one. See how it smoothed out the fluctuations. Any question on this? Any question? Okay. So like I said, I'm not going to keep you long so that you don't have any excuse now for not doing the test by the deadline. So I'm going to let you go so I can go and start working on the test. Any objection to that? Any objection, class?
Wait for the test? Is the test labeled test? I don't, or is it classwork management project?
Can you ask your question again, sir?
Is the test labeled test or is it the classwork project management, classwork 3?
No, classwork is classwork, test is test. When you go to the model, are you seeing my screen now?
Uh-huh.
Click on the screen, scroll down to the model we are doing now. This is where we are. This is the test right here. Test
Okay,
one.
I see it. I see it.
So when you click on it, it open up, then you download the document. Then type the data set in Excel. Then do it in Excel. So you're gonna submit 2 documents, the test question itself and the work you did on Excel. Be sure to label each question 1. You put question 1 before you solve it. I have plenty of videos that you can watch for each question that you want to solve. And also have the test is based on what you have covered so far in this class from the first day of class to today. Well, not today, because I didn't put exponential smoothing on the test to what you covered in the last class we have. Okay? Don't go.
All right.
Don't go yet because I want to check your attendance, mark your attendance. Okay?
Mhm.
No, don't go yet, guys. Let me put the names. I'm gonna pull it up from here so I can take down your names. Okay. Okay, I got Adams here. Good here. Sticker. Oh, right here, Brian. Brian, how you say your last name?
Yes, sir. Steckel?
Sticker. Okay.
Yeah, my middle school coach said that I should have a daughter and name her Tess. So her name would be Tess Steckel. I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever heard in my life.
Oh
Coach
my,
Morton,
yeah.
he was the
Mr.
man.
Brian, say no,
Yes, sir.
say no more, okay?
Yeah, I got it.
That's interesting.
So now, please, when I call your name, you can leave. I got Adams. Adams.
Yeah, I'm here.
Then Jupiter.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So you're free to go now.
No, I have a
David.
question. After the class, I have a question.
Okay. Okay,
Professor, you
David.
call Adams?
Present.
Okay, you're free to go now. I'm looking for Mbasa. Mbasa, are you here?
Yeah, Professor.
All right. You're free to go now. Patrick?
I have a question for you, so I'm just gonna stick around.
All right. Patrick? Okay. Not here. Michael? Not here. Tiffany?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
All right. You're free to go now, Miss Tiffany. Leandre. Leandre, you here?
Here.
All right. You're free to go now, Miss Leandre. Caris? Caris? Okay, not here. Tashia? Tashia? Not here. Javon?
I'm here, Professor.
All right, got you. You're free to go now. Odusanya, you here? Odusanya. Not here. Fortune.
Here.
Okay, Fortune is here. You're free to go. Okay. Alaona Rollins.
Here.
All right, you're free to go.
Okay. Also, did you call Adams? Because he was asking, did you call him?
Yeah, I called him.
Okay.
Was he here?
Yeah, he was saying he was here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
All right, all right.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Jenna Reynolds.
Present.
Okay, got you. Now, Tevon Simvislin.
I'm here.
Mr. Tevon, how do you say your first name? Simvislin, right? I mean, last name.
Sin Wilson.
Okay, Simvilson. Okay.
Civil Sin.
I hope he doesn't have the same history as Mr. Brian's have. Not the same history, okay? Now, Justin Smith, you here? Smith Johnston. Not here. Leila Tambue.
In the flesh.
Okay, you're here. Okay, good. Excellent. Lorenzo. Lorenzo Waters. Oh, here, okay. Hezekiah.
Here.
Hezekiah here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay, good. You're free to go now. Who else? Zakia.
I'm here.
All right, Miss Zakia, you're free to go. Thomas Winston.
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys. Uh, unless you have question for me, you're free to go,
Did you call Blanche Gold?
That's your first name?
My first name is Blanche.
Yes, I did. I call everybody.
Oh, well, I'm here. I don't
So you're
know.
here, okay. All right.
Paul Franklin, Chase Franklin,
Franklin, what's the last name?
Franklin.
Yes, I did. I called you. You didn't answer.
I went to go check on some food,
All right, you're
so
here now. Okay.
You call Jaden both?
Huh?
Jaden both?
I did. I called. You don't answer. So
I
you're
wasn't
here.
here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Now, what's the question, Mr. Jupiter?
The question is that I know the draft part, we had to do those on Excel, but the other problem solving part, do we do it like normal on a regular sheet and just submit it?
No. Excel, you have to do it in Excel. Type the
Everything.
numbers. Type numbers in Excel and then use the formula. Like I say, watch the videos I did on this. Or you can look at the presentation that I have. It's very simple. You do it actually. Excel, just do the formula, type the number, put equal sign before you do the calculations.
Correct.
Mm.
Okay, no problem.
Any other question?
No, that's it.
All right.
Yeah, I remember now. So my laptop had an issue. I took it for it to get repaired. So now it's good now. So whatever you see that I'm behind, you know that I just got my laptop. So I'm working on it ASAP.
Well, everything we did so far this past 3 weeks is group work. So we haven't really done any.
Correct.
The
Yes.
homework. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Welcome. Tevron, you say you have a question for me?
I was gonna say, so you want it all on one spreadsheet, or can we do like each problem on another spreadsheet?
No, you can. It's one spreadsheet, but in one spreadsheet you can create. Let me show you. Let me show you something.
Please.
Let me see if I can open this Excel.
I think the last test I did, the last quiz I did, different spreadsheets.
When you say different spreadsheet, are you talking about?
Yes, on the bottom.
Oh yeah, you can create each workbook on the same spreadsheet.
Yes.
Different workbooks. Yeah,
yes.
that is
Okay.
You still the same spreadsheet. So
all right.
All right. So any other question, Mr. Brian? You waiting for me or? All right.
No, sir.
Thank you, Professor. Have a good one.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
All right, guys.
I
Have
have
a
a
nice
question as well, Professor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Have a nice evening.
I have a question as well, Professor.
You do? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. For classwork 1, I saw that you gave me a 0 on it, and I looked at the feedback, but I don't really understand what I did wrong on that assignment.
Classwork 1.
Yeah.
Let's see. That was not because the classwork are group classwork. I remember. I don't know if this one is one of them. I think the second one we started grouping. Okay. I think the first classwork is not a group. I think probably. Yeah, not a group. What's her name?
David Balkman.
No, that's you right here. Good. You are asked to solve a question, right? This is my feedback. I won't give you credit for this assignment because you did not prove your answer mathematically. You just type the words and type numbers.
Yeah, but
I don't know how to get
typed
it.
out the mathematical equations.
Say it again.
I typed out the mathematical equations.
I don't need you to type me words and explain to me what you did. I want you to do it actually and prove it. Not typing. Oh, you wrote here. there are 4 pharmacies, so we will divide by. I don't need that. Do it, show it. I don't need to
This
tell
is
me
not
that.
this, but I did show. I showed that 1,760 divided by 5 is
I
352.
don't
That's
need
the
that.
same
I don't need that.
the same as writing
I
an
don't need that.
equation.
Just show it mathematically. Divide it. Actually divide it. Show me. Not typing. Not to type these words. I don't need words. I need to
I
do it
typed the numbers
mathematically.
too,
Let
though.
me show you. Um. Let me show you something else. Okay. You see this person? Okay. Let me show you what. This is the question. Say the work. Say 1760 divided by this. Give me the answer. Prove it. Not telling me. I know that this divide by. I know what division is. And this look at this one. You multiply it. I see it. You divide. I see it. Not telling me you divide. I do the other. Show me, do it. Not tell me that this is what you did. I don't need what you did. Do it and put it there. Okay?
Well, can I resubmit it because the instructions weren't clear?
The instruction was very clear. It says here solve. Right here. It says compute. Compute measures. The protein measure for it. It's very clear.
I did compute it and I put all my
Mm.
computations there. I just typed out the computations.
I don't know how else to explain it to you, sir.
I typed out the computations, but I got a 0 because I didn't like literally just write it in math words. I wrote it out, but because even though I got the right answer, got a 0 because I didn't put it in an Excel sheet or something.
No, not because you didn't put it in an Excel sheet, because you didn't solve it. You just type in, I did this, I did that. That's not what I need. If you want to make it up, in April, second week of April, when I'll be looking at my grade book, if your attendance is good, you can request to make up to 5 assignments. That time you can include this. But other than that,
I can't just resubmit it right now.
no, it had to be done in that time. That's when I start. I was already graded, so that I'm not grading it now because we are past that like almost a month ago. But if you want to make it up, I'm telling you the time you can make it up. That is the second week of April when I will start reviewing my grade book. That time, if you want to make up an assignment, and if your attendance is up to 70%, you can request, you can add it among the assignment that you want to make up.
Okay.
Any other question?
That was my question as well, sir. Thank you.
All right, guys.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Is sorry if this is already answered, but is classwork 5 like voided, or was that due?
Class
Because
of
there's
5. Hold on. Can you see my screen?
yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, let me see. Class of 5. This one here. There's not. I didn't put it here because like, I want you to focus on the test we have this week. So no need to worry about it. Why do you ask though? Because I didn't put anything there. Hello.
Oh, my bad. It said missing on my
Oh, okay. That's why. Let me because I put it on March 2nd, so I'm gonna move it to next week because, like I said, I want you to focus on the test. It will have to be next week. So when I update it now, it will not show as missing anymore.
All right, cool. Appreciate it. Thank you.
For sure. Welcome. All right. You have a nice night.
You too, sir. Hope everything's okay with the family.
You too. Mm. For this. Okay. Oh, I see it right here.